another wave of Star Wars toys. It seems like as what has become a bit of a tradition, Hasbro held their semi-annual Hasbro Pulse event. I'm not sure how often that is. I feel like it's like 2 or 3 times a year. And they revealed the next wave of Star Wars action figures. There are 3 big Black Series figures that were announced. Those are the 6-inch larger format ones. They were revealed, including Grand Admiral Thrawn, as seen in the Ahsoka series. It's the first Thrawn with the Mickelson look. A Phase 1 clone trooper. And my favorite of this, the rolling droids, the battle droids, also known as Droidekas, as first seen in the Phantom Menace. In addition, there was a huge drop of vintage collection figures that included Captain Rex, various characters from the Mandalorian Season 3, X-Wing pilot Luke Skywalker, and a special 2-pack of Sabine Wren and Chopper that includes a couple of Loth cats. So that is awesome. These will be released sometime between now and spring of 24 and spring of 2025. I will say this, and I feel like I'm obligated to say it as somebody who's been a fan as long as we have, who've grown up with the Star Wars toys. It's disappointing that they're hitting so late, and I don't want to be that guy, but I do feel like the Star Wars toys hit so far after a series. I mean, if you're going to get I don't know the release dates of these off the top of my head, but if you're going to give me a Grand Admiral Thrawn in December of 2024, a year after the show's been on, it feels a little late to me, and I think that's why maybe the toy sales aren't what they used to be.
I agree with you, and I want to be positive about this. I love Star Wars. We love Star Wars merchandise and toys, and as you can see by our backgrounds, we are susceptible to all the good marketing that goes into all of those things. But I think that there's an issue here, and it almost seems like, and I don't know, the issue I think is that Star Wars toys have become for adults. Star Wars toys aren't for kids anymore. And so what happens is, if Jack is really excited about Ahsoka figures or Bad Batch figures or whatever it is, they're not going to be out for another year. So he's going to lose interest. It's not going to be there. They're playing the long game, going, the adults that love this crap and have money, they'll still buy it a year from now, or they'll pre-order it now, forget they pre-ordered it, and then it'll show up at their house one day.
Target will cancel the order.
Yeah, or the order will get canceled. And so I feel like the toy strategies are not as kid-centric. They're not as toyetic, to borrow the word from Hasbro from back in the 70s and 80s. And I think that's where it kind of breaks down, because I look at some of these things and I go, yeah, that's cool, but I don't need that. Like, I'll enjoy that in your collection. If you want to buy it, show it to me. But if my kids were really excited that there was a new Baby Yoda toy and they couldn't get it for a year, because we can order it, but it's not going to be here. Kids, that's too much. It doesn't work.
I mean, that's a great point. I mean, kids have that very short attention span, and they want to watch the show and then go play with it. And it is interesting to see that. I mean, I think, look, they took a risk with Baby Yoda from Mandalorian, and it paid off. People were willing to wait because he was so damn cute. But are they willing to wait for Captain Enoch